There are seasons in life when you look up and whisper, "God, why is it always me?" And heaven feels silent. Your prayers seem unanswered. Life hits you again before you've even recovered from the last blow. But hear me, God has a very unusual way of shaping his strongest warriors. He rarely begins with comfort. He begins with pressure. When God prepared a young shepherd named Eliab, he didn't give him calm fields and soft days. He allowed storms to wipe out everything Eliab relied on. Not because God was punishing him, but because Eliab could never guide others if he still trusted the ground instead of the God who made it. So God removed the ground to teach him to stand on faith. When God shaped Miriam, he didn't surround her with applause. He allowed her to walk through a season where she was misunderstood, doubted, and even rejected. Why? Because a leader who needs approval will never survive a divine calling. She had to learn to walk with God, even when she walked alone. When God stirred Nehemiah's heart, he didn't place a sword in his hand. He placed a ruined city in front of him. He let him feel the weight of broken walls so he could understand the power of rebuilding. God often shows you destruction before he shows you victory, because you must feel the burden before you can become the solution. When God trained Elijah, he didn't give him a platform. He hid him. He allowed him to be forgotten for years. Not because God abandoned him, but because God was sharpening him in secret. Some of God's greatest work happens in seasons where no one sees you, no one celebrates you, and no one even knows your name. And when God prepared Mary for the greatest assignment in history, he didn't give her comfort. He gave her a calling that risked everything: her reputation, her safety, her future. Because God doesn't choose the strongest, he chooses the surrendered. So yes, sometimes God will let you walk through a fire, but it's not to burn you, it's to reveal what cannot be burned. Maybe that's you right now. Maybe you're asking God to remove the battle, not realizing he's using the battle to reveal the warrior inside of you. Maybe you're praying for peace, but God is letting the storm rage because he wants you to discover a peace that doesn't depend on circumstances. Maybe you're begging him for an open door, but he's keeping that closed because he won't let you walk through something he didn't design for you. Sometimes the delay is protection. Sometimes the pain is shaping. Sometimes the silence is preparation. Think of it like this. A tree that grows in perfect weather develops weak roots. But a tree that survives storms grows roots that can hold mountains. Maybe God isn't punishing you. Maybe he's rooting you. You think you're breaking, but God knows you're deepening. You think everything is falling apart, but God is actually building a foundation no wind can destroy. Your question is, God, why me? And his answer is, because I see what you can become. He's preparing you for places comfort could never take you. He is preparing you for blessings pride would destroy. He is preparing you for influence that requires humility. He is preparing you for a future bigger than your pain. And when your breakthrough comes, and it will come, everyone who watched you struggle will have to say, only God could have done that. Hold on. Trust the process. God is not breaking you. He's building you into someone you can't see yet. Amen.